My hair is having a little fun. It is Qualita, Qualana, and Amoya. We are Build a Sister Up. We come to you every Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, you could see my lovely view again out the window. I have a little coat on because it's actually cold in Ohio, just a little bit. I don't know what the degrees is, but it's a little chilly. I mean, chilly enough that you could even turn the heat on, if you could believe it or not. But we don't have our heat on because I just cooked. But anyway, how's everybody doing today, you lovely ladies, as always? And we have a lovely 10-minute talk today. So I'm going to turn it over to the lovely Paulana and Amoya. And of course, Qualita, as always. So what is our topic today?
Hi, it's Quella. I'm here with
Hey,
my colleague, like she just said. Hey. So our topic today is let's talk about why forgiving people helps you to heal.
I guess I'll go first. So you should forgive people because it does help you heal in terms of just getting a big weight off your shoulders. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you haven't forgiven somebody, you continue to think about it. And it starts to weigh you down. So just to live life and just to keep living, just forgive people, because forgiveness, once you actually forgive, you heal. You start to heal. You start to open up things and you start to grow. With forgiving comes growth. So in life, you always have a lesson to learn. Anytime you have a lesson of forgiveness, lesson of pain, it should always make you better. We always should strive to be better in life. So forgiving comes with healing, which comes with growth.
Okay. Thank you for that. I agree. Now, I believe that healing allows you to open up and heal because it helps you to face something that, I guess, hurt you or something that was not in your best interest and confront that and say, yes, this did something to me. This made me react in a certain way. And now I'm able to move past it because I forgive and I let go. So forgiving helps you to heal because it forces you to face something that was not in your best interest or disturbed you in some way or offended you and move on from it and let it go. Just release it. It's no longer about it to you.
Now, I agree. Forgiving people helps you to heal as a person. Because, you know, when you don't forgive people, you cut your own blessings off. That's how I feel, you know, because many times, and it's hard. I'm not going to say that I forgive people right away. I have to work on that too. Sometimes it is hard for me to forgive people because when people do things to me, sometimes I bring it up so much, it's crazy. But that's within healing. You know, you forgive and then you heal. And then on top of that, what I heard too, if you don't forgive people, that means you're giving that person the authority over your life. So you got to think about that. If I don't forgive you, then that means you're controlling my thoughts. You're always on my mind. That's what I heard. I'm just telling you what I heard. So that means that person is always on your mind. So it is good to heal. I mean, well, healing and forgiving people, you know. So is there a situation you can think off the top of your head, not to go into detail, that you had to forgive somebody? And you did forgive them and it helped you to heal?
Yeah, it's been excuse me, it's been plenty of times where you know, I had to forgive someone in order to heal. Whether it was friends, family, a boss, a customer, or a coworker, or whatever. I've had, I think, almost every day, because you're dealing with different people daily. Unless you're in a box closed off to society. But as long as you know, living life, you're dealing with people every day. And you have different attitudes. Different people have different attitudes and just different personalities. Sometimes it doesn't mix with yours. So sometimes throughout the day, you have to forgive. So that's why it's good to have a prayer life so that you can constantly be in prayer and constantly forgive and be thankful and be grateful.
I agree. I definitely agree. I have had situations in life too where I had to forgive strangers, like people who cut you off on the road. You just gotta forgive instead of like chasing them, because that's the whole incident you don't want to get involved in. So right there in the instant second, you have to practice forgiveness. And your family, the people closest to you, and people at your job, you just gotta forgive and confront and let go. Just forgive, let go, and move on, because you don't want to spend time dwelling on a situation, like giving power to it, as opposed to just moving on from it.
Well, you know what? You brought up a good point about driving. Today, I was driving down Solon Road in Cleveland. Okay, let me tell you what happened. I'm driving down Solon Road, and I had the right of way because I'm driving down. And so this semi truck just pulls out in front of me. It's like, I'm thinking you actually didn't see me. So I was so upset. Okay. So at that moment, I should have forgiven him, but I didn't.
What did you do?
I must confess, I didn't forgive him. So he was driving in front, and I kept driving behind him and everything. And he just is speeding down the street. And as I'm going down the street, something was telling me, drive faster, get him and give him a finger.
Well, you probably should have driven faster, because cars normally drive faster than trucks anyway. So I'm surprised that he was able to cut you off in the first place.
Well, it was crazy because I was going straight. I had the right of way. I'm going down the hill, and you just come out and pull in front of me. So you're in front of me now. So I'm following him because it's only a one-way street. Okay. So I'm telling behind him, and finally we get to the light at the end of the street, and then he turns right and I turn right, because I was already going right. It's not like I was following him. So he turns right, I turn right and everything. And I finally caught up next to this guy, and my car is right next to him. And I looked over at him and I blew my horn. I don't know how many times. And he's looking over at me. At that moment, I realized he probably didn't even see you.
That's true.
But you know what? Guess what? I'm thankful, and I did thank God that God stepped in and blocked it, because had I kept going straight as fast as he was coming, he would have hit me right on the side. And I probably wouldn't even be here today to tell you the story. So although I was upset and I didn't forgive him right away, as I kept going, God helped me to see that the guy didn't even see you, Qualita. You're sitting there blowing the horn and everything at him. He didn't even see you. He could have had a lot of different things on his mind, but God stepped in and controlled the situation so I didn't get in a car accident. And my pastor always said, you have to be thankful and thank God for the accidents that didn't happen to you. So I said that to say that, yes, truck driver, if you know the situation that happened, I blew the horn like 10 times at you. I do apologize, and I forgive you.
So what was his reaction? He just looked and
He just looked at me like,
what's her problem? So yeah, it's funny that he just looked at you, because normally sometimes people offend you and they really don't even know. So
right.
Sometimes it's good just to communicate and talk it out, because sometimes it could just be a misunderstanding, and you could be mad at somebody forever just from a misunderstanding. So it's good to communicate and try to talk. Sometimes it's just good to just let it go, because people crazy.
Exactly, especially people out on the road.
Right.
They carry these weapons in their car, and they just lose their mind if they get the slightest indication of offense. And I don't know why. Why is it that when you're on the road?
Like, unfortunately, the guy who was told to wear a mask and ended up killing a lady because she told him to wear a mask.
Yeah.
So some people are just crazy, and some people you can't give that. I mean, honestly, cannot give that power to, because it would ruin you. could lose your
Yeah.
life.
So
unfortunately.
yeah, 1 second's worth of anger or non-forgiveness could turn into a lifetime of prison. So, and I don't
Yeah.
mean incarceration either. I mean mental prison as well, emotional prison as well.
Right.
But it could be physical prison.
Mhm.
So just forgive and let go.
Forgiveness is for yourself. It's not for the other person.
Right.
Mhm.
It's for
That's
yourself.
in my split second that I was on Solon Road, you know, I could have kept going with in my little Nissan that I was driving and caught myself trying to, you know, hit the back of his car, which would have been stupid, you know, just to say
He wouldn't
that.
even have felt
Of a
it.
truck.
Right, he
Yeah, girl.
wouldn't have felt it. All because you cut me off, you know, and the look on his face when I kept blowing a horn, when I finally got up to him, God showed me that he didn't even know you were there. He didn't do it on purpose. Because you know how some people, you can tell they cut you off on purpose
Mhm.
because of the way they look at you. He was looking like, what's going on? You know, I'm just trying to go to the bathroom. Who knows? Whatever it is.
And he
But-
probably went about his day and not even, it didn't even phase him. He probably was like, well, that's her problem. And
Mhm.
sometimes that's what you got to do with people. You know, that's them. They over there, they feel bad. That's them.
Mhm,
They
mhm.
mad and had a bad day, that's
He's a
them.
crazy nut, you know?
Right. So anyway, what's on the radio? So he went on about his life. So sometimes
Right.
that's what you have to do because again, people crazy.
Yeah. So that's our topic for today. Why is it a good idea to forgive people? And I meant why forgiving people helps you to heal. That's the topic of today. And we just discussed it.
That's right. So this was a fun topic. It was self-growth, self-healing, and it always should make us better. You know, as long as we live in, we should always strive to be better. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for listening. As
I think someone
always,
just made a comment.
one said, "I love this talk."
Also,
Forgiveness
take
is
what I said about me driving on Solon Road. And if someone cuts you off, just remember, they probably didn't even see you. Like Jaden said, go to your carpet and be a good student, be a leader. At that moment, you
He
have
said,
to-
say it again. You cut off a little bit.
What?
Say it again.
Jaden said, go to your carpet, pick your tray up, and be a good leader. So be a good leader.
I can imagine Jaden getting cut off and just like, oh well.
Oh,
Yeah. We
I
need to
know.
practice less intensity and
Yeah.
more calmness.
Yeah.
On the road especially, but
Yeah.
in life in general.
But I guess this may be another topic, but maybe women have more rage than men. What do you all think?
I think more men have more rage. Rage.
Roll
Rage.
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 I would say men. I don't know. I don't know the statistics.
Could be a
but
mix of it, right? Could be a mix of it.
I would say men.
All right.
What would
well,
you say?
Oh, let me see.
I
Who
thought we
have
had
I-
a comment. Did we have a comment?
Yeah, I read it. It was
Oh, okay.
yeah. What have I experienced? Let me see. I was cut off by a truck driver before he was a male. I was cursed out by a woman before she was a woman.
A woman.
So I mean, it could be a mix. I think road rage does not discriminate.
But I do think men are less likely to I guess argue out on the road with women, even though it happens a lot. I remember one time we were at the
You
gas.
don't gotta say that. Oh.
Well, no, I'm not gonna put you on the glass. But I remember one time we were at I was at the gas station. It was a busy gas station. It was like Wawa or something. You remember?
Yeah.
And I pulled up into the gas pump, and this white guy, a white man, pulled up to the gas pump as well. And we put up at the same time. He had a big truck, but I beat him to the gas pump, right?
Sucker.
And he was like, what did he say? He said,
I see why black lives don't matter.
yeah, something like that. He said something like that. But he's like, move your car or something like that. And I just stood there pumping my gas.
I don't think now I will say in that
Oh, girl,
situation,
pump that gas,
I
yeah.
don't think that would have been the same situation if she were a black male. I
Right.
will say that. I don't think he would have been so bold enough to say what he said. So, but again, I don't think road rage has any discrimination. I've been yelled at by whites, blacks, men, women, not not anybody older. But
Well, you know what? I was driving on the freeway one time, and I guess the guy thought I cut him off or something, and he said, "Get back on the boat." I'm like,
see, like that don't even make
not on the
sense.
boat.
It just don't mix. You know, how does it go from you cut
You
them
cut
off
them
to
off,
getting
or
back
you
on the
put
boat?
up in the gas station.
Yeah,
and you
this
tip the
don't
gas
like
first.
that's how serious road rage and
Right.
anger can get. So again, that's why I said people are crazy. So you know,
So he should
sometimes
have.
it's not
That guy
serious.
should have practiced forgiveness, and your guy should have practiced forgiveness. too.
Exactly. So forgiveness is a tool in life. It is
Yeah.
a tool. You know what I mean? It's a tool that we have to exercise every single minute and hour of the day. Yeah.
Cause I'm like, get back on the boat. It's like, I'm thinking I'm in a car. I'm not even in a boat. What are you talking about?
Like they didn't see you get off the boat.
Get back in the boat. I'm like, are you trying to be funny? Because you sound stupid. Because I'm not even in the boat. I'm in the car. I'm on the freeway. So you gotta take what people say like a grain of salt. I know
Exactly.
what he was trying to say, but it's like you're dumb because I'm in a car.
Yeah, and I didn't get mad at the guy when
No,
he
you
said,
were calm.
"Yeah, I was just pumping my gas," and
Yeah.
I just pumped my gas and left.
Right.
So, and then I don't know, did he pull up into the same pump, or did he like go around while I was still pumping the gas? I think he went around.
I think he did go around. He was still mad,
He was still
pumping
mad.
his gas. was
But he
still-
said he called me bold. He called me bold, right? Yeah. So I mean, I didn't know I was bold.
He said you bold.
Something
did he
like
say it?
that.
Hmm.
Yeah, he said something like that. I can't remember
Did
exactly
he
what he
say
said, but he said
extra
something like
flavor
that. Huh?
Did he
Yeah,
say
he
extra
kept
flavor?
he kept at it.
No, he didn't say more choice. He didn't curse. I don't think he cursed at all.
Okay.
But he just said you gotta be bold or something like that. I don't know. Yes, I'm bold. So what? But yeah, forgiveness heals people, and sir, to you, forgive. You should have forgiven in a second.
Well, being
because-
bold is part of our motto.
Yes,
So,
feel bold, feel brilliant, build better.
right.
So I
So
guess they were right.
exactly.
Yes,
So
definitely right.
always step out and be bold.
Yes.
Not too bold, but
Yeah.
you know, be bold.
Yeah.
All right, so this was a great topic again. Forgiveness is always a healthy topic to discuss. Forgiveness in itself is a healthy word. I mean, when people think of forgiveness, what's the first thing that pop in your mind is to be like a calmness. You know what I mean? I don't think forgiveness has any negative connotation behind it. All right, so thank you so much for listening. As always, remember, build bold, build brilliant, build better, build a sister up, build a brother up.
Bye.
Bye.